Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're making a delicious and easy mushroom chicken stir fry, a perfect dish for a quick and healthy meal. Let's dive right in. Today we're working with chicken breast, but feel free to swap in some thigh meat if that's what you've got. First, let's trim the breast by removing any tough bits. Then we'll slice it in half. Cut it into strips, and finally chop it into bite-sized cubes. Next, let's marinate our chicken, adding some cooking wine to bring out the fresh flavor. Add salt, soy sauce to give it a good base flavor. Use your hands to gently toss and mix everything together. You want the marinade to be thoroughly absorbed by the chicken. Keep mixing until it sticks to your hands a bit. Adding a half egg white can help make the chicken more tender and juicy. Mixing in some cornstarch will help lock in the moisture so the chicken doesn't dry out during cooking. Finally, add a bit of cooking oil. This will prevent the pieces from sticking together when we cook them later. Let the chicken marinate for about 30 minutes to allow the flavors to fully develop. While the chicken is marinating, let's get our mushrooms ready. Wipe them gently with a damp paper towel to remove dirt. Avoid soaking them to prevent sogginess. If they're quite dirty, a small knife can help peel off the outer layer. For cleaner cuts and better texture, you can remove the stems if you don't like them. Cut larger mushrooms into quarters and smaller ones into halves. They're looking great, aren't they? I've also prepared some chopped garlic, ginger slices, and chopped bell peppers. Next, it's time to cook the mushrooms. Start by adding the prepared mushrooms directly into the pan. Keep the heat at medium. You might be wondering why I'm not adding any cooking oil. The reason is that mushrooms have a high water content and a spongy structure, which makes them less likely to burn. Also, since we'll be continuing to cook the mushrooms in later steps, cooking them without oil is a healthier option. Stir the mushrooms occasionally. At first, you'll notice the mushrooms changing color. This is the initial stage as they start to cook. Continue stirring. Soon you'll see the mushrooms releasing water. This is good because we want to remove as much moisture as possible to improve their texture. As the water evaporates, the mushrooms will shrink in size and start to caramelize. This process enhances their flavor and gives them a better texture. Keep stirring occasionally until the mushrooms are nicely browned and most of the water has evaporated. Next, it's time to cook the chicken breast. I'm adding enough cooking oil to cover the bottom of the pan and heating it over medium-high heat. You might think this is a lot of oil, but there's a reason for it. Using more oil and getting it to the right temperature helps to quickly seal the starch on the chicken's surface, locking in the moisture and preventing the chicken from becoming dry. This also reduces the cooking time, making the chicken juicier. When the oil starts to smoke slightly, or when you insert a chopstick into the oil and bubbles form rapidly around it, it's ready. Add the marinated chicken breast. As soon as the chicken starts to change color around the edges, quickly break it apart and stir fry until all the pieces are mostly colored. Immediately remove the chicken from the pan and drain the excess oil. Don't worry, we won't end up with greasy chicken. Alright, let's get started. First, preheat your pan over medium heat. Once it's nice and hot, add some cooking oil. Next, add the minced garlic and ginger and saute until they release their amazing aroma. Next, turn the heat down to low and add your prepped mushrooms, bell peppers, and chicken breast. Alright, now let's move on to seasoning this dish. Add salt, sugar, pepper, soy sauce, and oyster sauce. Crank up the heat to medium-high and stir-fry everything together until it all blends beautifully. Finally, let's thicken our stir fry with some cornstarch slurry. Add it a little at a time until you reach your desired consistency. This will make the sauce cling beautifully to every piece. And there it is, our mouth-watering and healthy mushroom chicken stir fry. I really hope you found this video helpful and that you're as excited to try this recipe as I am to share it with you. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.